Hello and welcome to Revsportz. I'm Gargi Raut. We're here at Dubai Kartrome and today joining us is someone very special. 10-year-old Atiqa Mir, who has captured all headlines since the past couple of years. And joining her as well is her father, Asif Mir, who was also a former national karting champion. Atiqa is being supported by the F1 Academy and we're going to be talking about her journey. It started from a mall kart and now she's into one of the best. She's in a league of her own at just 10 years old. Atiqa and Asif, welcome to Revsportz. It's lovely to have you both here.
Thank you.
I know about the mall karting story. I want to know where it all started. Atiqa, when did you think, you were sitting behind the wheel and thought, oh, I love doing this?
So I think my father was a former Formula Asia driver in the early 2000s, and he was also India's first national karting champion. So I think I saw his races, and he was also doing local championships in the UAE. So I got inspired, and I saw him as well when he was racing. So I think I just started like that, and I got inspired by my dad.
Asif, how important was it for her to start karting? Was there ever a goal that you wanted Atiqa
No,
to be?
never. I had no idea that she will take to racing.
Yeah.
I never groomed her for it or anything. It's just happened by chance, I think. There was something brewing inside of her all the years. I never saw it. And then one fine day, it just all came together.
And when was that moment where you thought, oh, this is serious because she's got serious talent?
It was just one moment on the track. She did something, a few things.
Can you remember what they were?
Yeah, exactly. I gave her. So she wanted to do the championship. She had no experience, and I gave her a target lap on a track she's never driven before. It was a very difficult time to do, and she was so determined. She was overweight, unfit, it's too heavy for the cart, but she was determined. And
How old was she back then?
6.
Oh my goodness. So
She was the same weight at 6 that she is now. And now she's almost going to turn 11 in a few months. So you can imagine didn't look like a racer, but she was determined and she made herself into one.
Atiqa, what were your earliest memories of racing? Not that you're very old, you're just 10 years old, but do you remember, the first time when you were in a kart and thought, I love doing this?
I think the first time I stepped in the kart was the time that my dad said, like when I was 6, racing at a track in the UAE. So then I sort of saw him, I started, and then I just got used to it and I just kept doing it. I mean, before that, I did rental karting, like in the Dubai Indoor Kartrome, which is right next to here. So, well, I remember the first time I drove a mini kart, it was here. So, obviously, I have lots of experience here. So, yeah, I mean, I've driven lots of tracks and I have lots of memories, even from my first time.
And between Srinagar and Delhi, how's that journey been? Was there a difficult time where logistically, technically, things got difficult?
No, we were actually quite blessed that we had some business outside of Srinagar as well, and we had some business in Mumbai, and then through Mumbai we got some business open in Dubai as well, and this was all when she was very young. So we moved to Dubai around 2017, when she was only 3 years old. So it's just the scene over here of the karting motorsport is so professional and so good. So she just happened to be at the right place. So we were quite blessed that journey has been quite smooth. So yeah.
What does a normal training day in your life look like?
I think if it's during school days, which it's most likely to be, first of all, you go to school pretty early. So I wake up at around 4:30 in the morning to do some exercises. Like I run around my colony. That's every day. Then I go to school from 7 to 3 basically. It's 2:30, but I reach home at 3, so basically it's until 3 o'clock. So, and then you spend the majority of your day in school. Then I spend 1 hour just resting and eating my food. And then from 4 o'clock to around 6:30, I go to the gym and I work out. So in the morning, it's more of running, and in the evening, it's more working out. So it's a pretty balanced day, and I keep my diet pretty good. But I'm not that concerned about my diet. I'm more concerned about getting more fit. So what matters more to me is fitness than my diet. So, but earlier when I started, like when I was 6 or 7, I was pretty much overweight. So I had to focus loads on my diet, and I lost like around 10 kgs in 5 months.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
That's a lot. I mean, at 6 years old, for her to, understand and sort of accept that I need to do this, that's, I think, huge maturity that we're seeing from her.
And that's why we are here today. We're
Yeah.
competing against the best. She just won her race here. She qualified on pole position. There's some quick drivers here, and she won the final as well. So
Yeah.
you need that single-minded focus if you want to succeed. And even in Europe, she's holding her own, getting top tens against drivers way more experienced than her. And she's learning quite well, but you need to be determined, and it's a mixed gender sport.
Exactly.
There are boys around, it's not always the most pleasant thing, but you just have to deal with it.
Is that's where my next question was leading. F1 is and karting as well is still a very male-dominated sport. Now, are there any conscious decisions or things that into her training or whatever into preparing her? Are there any conscious decisions that go into it?
Well, ideally, we always told her, look, it's just a kart, it's just a number. But then she comes in, when she started karting, she's like, why are they keep hitting me? Why me? Like, they don't hit anyone else.
Oh.
So then quickly it became pretty obvious, and we couldn't lie to her. Like, look, there is a gender bias.
Yes.
You're a girl. They don't like getting beaten by girls, and and she's accepted it, and she now gives it back to them. So she hits them back now if they hit her, and then I guess in the racing world, that's the only way to earn their respect. So
What is your way of dealing with that?
I don't know. I just try and focus on the next one, and I also try to learn from what I did. I think I did in this race. I came back from Europe, and I think I learned loads. I think that's the main reason I won. So it's really the matter of experience that also comes into it. Because if you have only done a few races and that too in Dubai, you're never gonna win, especially in Europe or something. I mean, you might come second or third, but there's no chances of you winning. But if you've driven in Europe and you've come back to Dubai, it's obviously a little bit more easier. But the drivers here are also pretty good, pretty fast, and competitive. So it's not like it's an easy grid and all the guys are like 1 second off. It's pretty close. I got pole by 6 thousandths, so not close. It's close, obviously. So just you have to have the right skill at the right time. So it really matters.
And tell me about your idols, and tell me also about the F1 Academy. We all know about that, and we were ecstatic to learn that you were getting support from them. Did you end up meeting anyone? Who are your idols?
In Formula One, my idol is like Max Verstappen. So I really look forward to him for winning his 5th world title. But I don't think it's gonna happen this season because if he gets one more penalty, he's not gonna drive a race.
Who do you think will get it? Who are you backing?
I think Piastri will because he's more better under pressure, and Lando just sometimes makes a mistake. And about the F1 Academy, my F1 Academy idols are Maya Woog and Dorian Pan, who is currently leading the F1 Academy series, and also getting selected by their Discovery or Drive program is also a thing that can help me climb up the ladder to Formula One. And getting their support is a big thing. So yeah, I think I just have to keep pushing and keep learning, keep trying, and keep going.
Yeah, Asif, tell us about how it all happened. How did you first find out that the F1 Academy wanted to support you guys? And I'm sure you guys are ecstatic.
Yeah, they basically got in touch with us, and they obviously saw her performances, and there were some formalities to be done, and obviously they tracked her progress as well, and they were happy to select her, and we were very excited. We got an email from them, and we rushed to got a printout of the email, rushed to her room, and she was sleeping. We woke her up, and we were like, "Look, what do we got?" So it's quite a good moment, yeah.
And what's the future like? Have you thought about your short-term goals, your long-term goals? Is there any specific that you want to, if we meet at the same time, at the same place 5 years later, where do you want Atika to be?
The natural progression in motorsport is karting. Karting, you go to
Yeah.
single seaters. So 5 years time would take us to 16 years old. So we should be in single seaters by then, and then basically depending on which category, age group, we could be F4, could be Formula
Yeah.
Regional. On the way, hopefully, also she needs to keep performing, and the everything has to work out. It's not so simple, but that's the goal, to be around there somewhere. Yeah, you're gonna turn 11 in 2 months.
And what's the goal in your mind, Atika, at the moment?
I think my goal is to keep progressing in karting, because karting is all about the basics, not the results. So it's just a stepping stone to the single seaters. So I think the main thing is to learn, even if you don't get the results, but you win in Formula One. It could be a world championship, it could be pole position, it could be just winning a race, winning a final. It's all helping you to get to get more forward in racing, and anything you do in karting is just to help you to move forward, and not to just succeed in karting, because sometimes it could be that you spend too much money in karting, you don't have the money for Formula 4. So but what we're doing is just to keep going and keep progressing, and I think maybe at the age of 14 or 15, I'll start driving in Formula 4, and then I think Formula 3, then Formula 2, then Formula 1. I mean, that's the normal ladder, but if, like, you're more likely to get into a Formula 1 street when you're younger. So if you're older, like 20, 21, no, actually, if you're like 24 or 25, you don't really have a chance. But obviously, it's a matter of getting there, not when you get there. So, yeah, I think that's the main thing.
That's a really positive mindset from her. But Asif, I wanted to ask you, this is not the easiest sport to break in, especially when we talk about the financials. It is still a very elite sport. A message to all the parents out there for the kids that want to do something like what Atika is doing.
Yeah, I mean, racing is completely depending on finances. You need to have a budget. You need to have the right partners, the right sponsors. We're quite blessed that we have Axel GP, we have a Formula One Academy, so we're quite blessed that we're in a good position. But for people starting out, the best thing would be to go to the local rental karting, and start from there. That's quite inexpensive. And then if there is some serious talent, I think then it's always good to put a proposal together, get some budgets, get some sponsors. It's a sponsor dependent sport. It's not the most fair sport because sometimes very good drivers don't get a chance.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's how it is.
works.
But it's changing a lot in India now. I think the new Gen Z is, they don't want to be behind anyone. And hopefully, Atiqa will inspire the next generation, at least of the girls, even the boys for that matter. There haven't been too many, have there? So, so just, keep at it.
Atika, I'm not sure if you know, but you're making a huge difference for all the girls out there. And a message to everyone that supports you, and also girls like you who want to make it to karting, make it to Formula 4, Formula 1.
So I think my message to all the girls out there is to believe in yourself, find a passion, dream it, follow it, work hard on it, and never give up. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. And always remember that failure is temporary and success is permanent, because you will always find success at one point of your life. It's not going to be fail, 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 fail. Maybe you'll fail and you'll succeed, or maybe you'll succeed and you'll fail. So it's always gonna work out for you at one point, even if you don't have the luck. So I think that's the main thing, and just keep going even when it's hard. And when you're in karting, nothing is working out. Just keep pushing, keep trying, and eventually, if you do get to single seaters, then just remember all the mistakes or things that you did well in karting, and that could just make a difference in coming P2 or P1.
Lovely. It was lovely chatting with you too. All the best with your journey. We want to see her reach the greatest heights.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.